Chef's Kiss for Ratatouille, bro. Great movie.
Honestly, the next one
Like
may be like
can we go S? I might put
I
that
feel
at
like it's just
yes.
like S,
I,
dude.
I think this is an S.
All
This Wally might is. arguably be like one of the best Pixar movies ever.
Dude,
Like
Wally is
I I
so
I
like
I think it's two for me
I think it's
behind
two for me
Cars.
as well. Although we don't have the same one.
Which is
But
yeah,
it,
I don't know what my number one is. It
it's
could be
almost
Wally.
insane to me watching Wally as an adult
It's
and
like
thinking like how this was pitched
close.
as a kid's movie. It is so intense, it's so
It's
deep, and there's barely
the
any
fight on
dialogue
the
for the first 30 minutes of the movie. Like
that's
that's a
awesome.
huge
That
risk.
might be the most interesting part of it
Yeah,
too. that's a huge risk for like a
huge.
filmmaker's point. Like that's a major risk to take, and it
Yes.
paid off
And this was
very
2008,
well.
so obviously we didn't have like an 8-second attention span like kids do nowadays, and we could sit there and watch a robot like wander around listening to Billy Joel. But you really see like it was almost like an homage to humanity. It was like wow, like human
Yeah,
civilization is
please,
so
like
cool and beautiful, and I don't want that to end. And then on the other side of it, you have uh which in my opinion, like I didn't see or hear really the buzz of Idiocracy. Like obviously that movie has gotten a lot of popularity in the past few years. Um, but in my opinion, Wall-E was Idiocracy, or still is like that level of like, holy shit, if we don't like set a little course correct, like
do
that's where we're
something.
headed. Like we're just going to be like dopamine.
Oh,
All these people, all they're doing is just doom scrolling 24/7. They don't stand up.
yeah, like
They,
it's
they
it's
stop
constant
running from it.
stimulation from
Yes.
electronic devices.
They want a milkshake, it's there. And then they're just watching TV all day long. And they don't even care. It's not that they don't want to dance or walk or run or do all these human activities. It's they're so stimulated, they don't even think about it. And
Mhm.
that is like really, really, really sad.
And
Yeah.
that goes back to Really your point. I
agree.
can't believe this is a kids movie because it tackles like like the dangers of monopolies and like greed and stuff, and it's just kind of like insane because the by and large brand just completely decimated the entire world, and now they just want to keep you in this little shell because that's it's because they won't like rebel or anything. They keep you so stimulated that they won't realize what's going on in the broader
Hmm.
context of that ship. And it's kind of insane. Like those people who get bumped up from Wall-E, who is the last like remaining thing from the Earth. And that's how they open their eyes, like to the old way. Like someone from Earth had to literally bump them off their wheels, and they had to learn how to walk. They learned how to talk with other
Yes.
people in person. They look like, oh, I didn't know we had a pool here, and they're like walking. They're walking. They're splashing in the pool. And I think it's so crazy how this is like a kids movie because that's
Yeah.
like an insane theme.
And something that's really interesting is that
Most of
they're
these,
on these chairs that have tracks, right? They're constantly moving in this like these tracks. But when Wally accidentally bumps into one of the humans and it turns off this man and woman's TV and they like look at each other for the first time and start talking to each other, they get off the tracks. So it's not like they were never
they're like the
allowed
first to
to
like
get
get
off
off.
the
Yeah,
tracks. It's
they
just they
they
never even thought that that was a possible, like they never even,
they had the ability. They just didn't have
yes,
the
they
knowledge.
just didn't have the willpower because they're so, uh,
Yeah,
it's,
until like it was taken away, and they're like, I
yes.
guess we can,
And then
it wasn't
that's
even a
like
possibility.
interesting because those that the couple, like the two really fat like humans that
Mhm.
start like flirting with each other are like seen by other people. They're like, what the fuck are those guys doing? They're just like talking while everyone else is moving around them. They're like, what? What? Like, what's going on? And they start remembering, like, oh, like we can converse with each other, like we can laugh with each other. Like they start like
Yeah,
experiencing like what we know is like human interaction for the first time. and they like it even more than their dopamine doom scrolling screens. So it's, you know,
It's beautiful.
they
It's beautiful,
they
dude.
had to remember what it means to be human. It's and a robot taught them that. It's the most
Yeah,
beautiful, like
And then Wally's
yeah,
like an amazing character, bro. Because
did
he's
y'all
a
ever play the Wall-E
I
PS3
did.
video game?
Yeah, I
I
did.
didn't,
That game
unfortunately.
rocked.
It was actually pretty fun. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think, I mean, obviously you talked about the themes. I just think like that Wally and Eve just were so fucking cute for people who couldn't talk other than like directive. I just like they're they actually genuinely cared for each other, and the scene of them in space is one of my favorite scenes in Pixar.
Dude,
Like where Wally has the fire extinguisher and
yes.
they're I just think that visually it looks so cool and they're
Forgot
like
about that
and they're
scene.
bonding because they both have something to freaking play with. And then I think the
That was
scene,
the first time I think Eve like laughed.
yeah, I think so. And like and you remember where Wally was like about to die because he wasn't charged and
Oh,
Wally gives Eve the plant and it's like directive and Eve points at Wally's like directive. Like I was just like,
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
dude, that like
dude,
fucking oh my
I
God,
was
bro.
like,
dude,
oh my gosh. I was like, don't do that to me.
Dude, it
the
was
scene where Eve is frantically like trying to rebuild Wally, I'm like,
oh,
please, like, please,
Come
I
on,
know,
come
dude.
on,
I was
please.
like,
victim.
Eve, you have to. And she was like, "Ba la la." Oh, no, that's fucking big. He was like, she was
It's
like trying to, she
Baymax.
like impersonated him or something. Like she was
Yeah.
like trying to like, oh my God, dude, that was,
Well, yeah,
Holy
because
shit.
when she brings him back online and Wally doesn't remember anything, it's
yeah.
like,
He's like goes back to his like old self, like or like his
and
like
then
reboot.
she
Yeah.
has, so they switch roles because he was showing her all this cool stuff about human civilization. And then she had to teach him. Dude,
Oh my God, I
S,
And
totally
then they and
S
forgot.
then
I
tier.
totally forgot he lost all those memories. That was
yeah, and
actually
they yeah.
tragic.
It was, dude, it's too
Dude,
much for children. I
that
don't
is
like,
too much. That movie is way too much. Like
It
I
was
just
yeah,
thinking about those
it was
making
too
me
much for me when
sad.
I watched this 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, dude, that movie is
dude,
crazy.
seriously.
Yeah, that
I,
movie is. I might rewatch that tonight,
dude,
honestly.
honestly, I might have to because
Yeah, like
it's,
this Wally is so
I've got a
good,
dude,
flight
bro.
in the morning, so I'm good. But
Yeah,
download it
classic.
and watch it on the plane, bro. It's, no, I, I also think that obviously the antagonist is an AI bot that is the one purveying and keeping humans from like thinking about anything than doom scrolling.
and the
He's
captain
the
as
only.
well from doing anything.
Yeah, but
And
like
I
that's not
just
even like
think,
the main villain. The main villain
yes,
is incompetence from the humans. Like
yes.
and
But
like
I think that this movie becomes more surreal every year after
we
it's
get
made.
closer and closer to it.
Like I think like as of right
Scarily.
now, this is where we're heading as well. Like
Yeah, it's scary, bro. All
it's
right. One thing about Eve, sorry, I'm kind of like
say it.
changing that this is I think their dynamic is beautiful because they're kind of polar opposites. Wally in the beginning of the movie was a robot who kind of diverted off his program path. He was supposed to just pick up garbage, make it a box, just clean up. That was his whole motive. But he kind of became, much more than that. He wanted to fix humanity, fucking, trash robot.
Well, I don't think he
Eve,
wanted to fix humanity. I think he just found the beauty of it, and then when he found the plant, he thought that that was beautiful too. And
he just
honestly, I
saw the
think we
beauty
have to assume that many Eves were sent over because they've been gone from Earth for about five, six
a
hundred
long
years.
time.
So we
Yeah.
have to assume that a few Eves have gone down, found plants, went up to show it, and the AI bot destroyed the plants.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't for Wally,
Because
then
when she saw it, she was like, "Oh shit," like
yeah,
it's
like, this is
it's
my
it still
mission.
exists. Yeah, this is my mission. But back to what I
Well,
was saying is Wally is someone who he completely diverted off and went way beyond his program, and he's a trash robot. He's lower on the food chain compared to Eve. Eve is this new robot who is, she follows her orders in her program to like a T. But throughout the movie, Wally teaches her like you can do more than what you're meant for. Like yes, you're meant to. This is your mission to find the plant, but you're much more than that. Like find the
So
beauty in it.
directive, baby.
So
Directed.
beautiful.
It's beautiful, bro. It's beautiful. Like it's just their characters are just perfect for each
I,
other.
I I think this was the easiest consensus that we've had. I
Yeah,
think
we all agree.
honestly, I mean, we're fucking good to go.
I don't think anyone's gonna disagree with this too. Wally's absolutely one of the best,
Yeah, for sure.
one of like just the best animated movies ever. Maybe one of the best
Ever.
movies. Yeah, like it's
Ever.
a great, like it is just flawless. It is. It's probably the
And
highest on there. It should be high S tier.
I know we just put it as S tier, but honestly, the next one up might have to be just as easy of an
Yeah,
S
It's
no,
tier, bro.
it's
Up is
S. It's
another
S.
absolute banger. No, Hayes, you're. I think we're all gonna be a general consensus here with Up too.
How
Up
did they
is
make Up and Wally back to back? That
that
like
was those are probably their top two movies in my opinion. Honest.
Dude, dude, the first 10 minutes of are some of the saddest. It's like probably the saddest movie scene in the history of movie scenes.
The montage, bro.
Yes.
Dude, that's a beautiful montage. As as sad as it
I
is,
teared up to this when I watched this movie the day after I watched Wally, and I teared up at Wally, and I like pretty much cried at this.
yeah,
dude,
this movie's this one really is a tearjerker, bro.
the ending of this movie where the house ends up
The
on
ending
like exactly where the wife wanted the house to
on
be.
Paradise Falls.
I can't even talk, bro. It's too much. It's
Dude,
so beautiful. Dude,
dude,
put it in S. It's S.
It's
dude,
just
bro.
go ahead and put an S,
Also,
please.
like,
Just put an S.
oh yeah, I mean, no, it's a absolute S, dude. It's just like his whole life they just wanted a kid, and then it shows up at his door, and he's just he kicks him out of his house. You know, like wasn't waiting for his whole life, is right there, but he didn't notice. Like, oh my god, dude, that his the what's the kid's name again?
Russell,
Him and Russell's relationship is amazing. Like Russell is like,
how it starts out.
yeah, most cheerful
I
kid.
think I think that I mean obviously Carl he's just a dick to pretty
Yeah.
much everyone.
Well, I think it's the same thing as Marlon, but
Yeah, his
tragic.
Mark, like, but I think it's a little different because Marlon's doing it as I think Carl is doing it as like it's the last thing that I'm holding on to of my past.
Yeah.
Because if you look around him, he still has the house, but every building is being like corporatized in a way, and it's being like it's being commercially developed and stuff. And this is like
But his
he has been
oh yeah,
offered to go to this retirement home, and it doesn't seem like he
By
has any
and
family that
large.
yeah, by and large, it's kind of crazy. And um like and he doesn't have any kids, and it's assumed that I don't know if he had any brothers or anything. Like he has pretty much nobody. He's holding on, and he's not a balloon worker anymore. He just has a sad life, and
yeah. It was
it all comes to kind of this conclusion where they're kind of trying to fix his mailbox that he accidentally hit, and he fucking whacks the guy. Yeah, I was like, oh, and he's
oh the
Valid crash out.
mailbox.
yeah,
Russell
you know, it
fixes
was
it,
valid,
right?
but like he obviously hit the guy and it was bleeding. So, um, but I think one of the most powerful scenes that kind of encapsulates Carl's arc after Ellie died was when he's reading the adventure book that Ellie gave to him before she died, and he actually reads through it, and in the category stuff on like it's only stuff that they did, like just the simple things like riding in a car together or going to the movies or something, and she just says thanks for the adventure, now go make your own, like thanks for all the adventures, now go make your own. I was just
Well,
like and then he realizes this like that the goal that they had was Paradise Falls,
that is
that
a
was
good
the
Yes.
goal that
thing.
they had, but like but
That was the
all of the ways
unfinished
that they
thing.
tried to get to Paradise Falls, like that was the adventure, and that's what made them
Yes.
happy. Like, that was the true paradise,
That's the paradise.
and
That's
so
the
it's
real
just like
paradise.
this. It's just and Hayes, I know that's where you're going with that, so
Well, I was gonna
I
say,
hope I covered.
like, comparing this to Finding Nemo, if Carl, the old man, is Marlin, then he treats his house as Nemo and then has to realize that the real Nemo is Russell.
Hmm.
and that
Yeah.
his
That
priorities,
was what he was missing.
yes, like that's what was missing in his life.
So
Beautiful.
And you talk about the ending scene where the house ends up on Paradise Falls. The ending scene that
Oh,
I mean, obviously that's just freaking awesome. But the ending scene that I really liked was when they were eating ice cream on the curb and they were pointing out all the blue and the red cars because that's what Russell
oh
said he used to
yeah.
do with his dad. And like that's the adventure that Carl needs to have, and he's having it with Russell. And I just
oh,
think
Yeah.
like those are the adventures that he's going to make because he found his purpose. He's bringing meaning to someone's life. Like he had his adventure with Ellie, and he's
Yeah,
making a
it's
new
the
one.
same as the adventure book. Like
Yeah,
it's the
literally,
little things where you got there, you know? And then
literally,
not even
and
like just that scene, like, like them going on the adventure, like fuck, I don't remember the villain is in it, but like
the
the dog and stuff like that.
Charles
the
Charles
old
Whole movie.
Muntz,
man,
Charles Muntz.
Charles
Yeah,
Muntz,
Charles
yes.
Mont. It's like that whole like the whole movie itself is like that is part of the adventure, like is their adventure, like
See, and going back to Syndrome, like Never Meet Your Heroes, this is a much better Never Meet Your Heroes moment. This is actually like, oh shit, this guy's no good.
yeah,
Yeah,
Like this,
like
like
it's not what
he's
you
trying
thought.
to kill me and a a boy. Like that's, you know.
and he literally. I mean, you got to respect his love for the game because he left the island literally for what seems to be like 60 years just to find this freaking bird, and his only well some of his only companions are dogs, and he like kills everyone that tries to hunt this bird except for him. Like that's just unbelievable.
That's
And I think that yeah, and I think it's freaking crazy. But another good thing about this movie is that Kevin is awesome.
Oh yeah.
Doug is awesome, and the
oh,
three dogs, like the alpha dog with the broken voice.
the
Like,
girl voice,
yeah,
whatever.
the it's like it seems that Doug is fat, and he's like, "What's wrong with your voice?" And they're like, "Nothing." Like like the dynamic with those three. Evan was awesome, and then
Doug,
Doug
yeah.
Point. Like I thought that I care.
Dogs had voices. Yeah, like I feel like they're just kind of
Squirrel.
like those guys were trained hunter dogs. Doug was still and Kevin were still like these just happy golden retriever type dogs.
Well, dude, again, and that goes still with the Pixar theory. These dogs were away from human civilization, and the what's the main human villain's name? Oh, Charles Muntz was able to recognize their increased intelligence and actually like made a device so that he could speak to them. Um, yeah, just S tier all around. Great movie, beautiful. Hello?
Oh no.
Okay, all right, we're good.
Hayes, you kind of just lagged for
Yeah,
like the last 20
yeah,
seconds.
you had a huge lag spike. We missed most of that.
Oh, sorry. But all I was saying is
It's
like
fine.
major S tier, like easy
Yeah.
does it.
Oh, yeah,
I think
easy.
yeah, yeah. I think we could probably move on to this because
Yeah.
also another
Dude, is
great
Toy
movie.
Story
I don't know if
3
I put it
S
up
as
there, but
well?
like, oh god, I don't know. I think we have to reconsider because like, dude, we still got
I would.
Coco and Inside Out. No,
All right, Coco is not an S, I don't think.
I could consider it. I really liked Coco. I don't like it more than any of them up
I,
here.
I like Coco. I'd put it closer to B territory, but approaching
Okay,
A.
we'll get there.
All right, but we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah, we'll get there. Toy Story though. Toy Story 3 is honestly one of the best villains I think I've seen in Pixar. I
Ever.
loved yeah, I forgot his name though. Fuck.
He's Otso, he scared
Yeah,
the
he
fuck
was
out
a
of me.
Also,
great villain.
he is kind of scary, dude.
I think incredibly so valid. He's been strapped to a like pickup or semi truck for most of his life to the front of a
No,
truck.
that only happens at the very
Like
end
that's I would probably be.
Yeah.
Oh, is that like well, then why did he turn bad? He just got
because
Wait,
abandoned.
wait, wait, wait,
he
wait,
was replaced.
he didn't get abandoned. He got replaced.
Yes.
Oh, so he's just Woody. He's just Woody, the different side of the coin then. Oh,
Well, it'd
Well,
be
I
like if
see.
Woody
well, it was
got a
so,
new Woody, or if Andy got a new Woody instead of like a Buzz Lightyear. Like she got a
Yeah,
new
it was just he
Lotso.
just yeah, that's pretty fucked.
Yeah,
and so that's kind of the thing with the daycare. Like he got replaced, so he doesn't feel any attachment to one certain kid because that kid could easily. But if he's in an environment where he's constantly being loved by a bunch of kids who, and there's new ones coming every single time, so he has that daycare, but he's kind of authoritarian about it because like there's a good side to the daycare and then there's like kind of the bad side where he needs other toys to go so he won't get put in that category where or like the new the older ones. So but I thought that like the dynamic at Sunnyside, like how you know, see like with Ken, you see with there's like some other toys there, like the big baby.
yeah.
I thought this was like I thought this did such a good job of exploring the broader toy world and seeing, you know, like just how some of those toys interact. Like I thought this did such a great the monkey how
This guy was
on
terrifying.
the surveillance cameras, yeah.
This guy was absolutely terrifying. He
Yeah.
scared the shit out of me.
But like Lotso, you know, I still think Woody. You know, obviously we go back to the Woody problem of him having this anxiety and you know, Andy's leaving for college and obviously Woody was right because Andy was just gonna save the toys and put them in the attic, but I think it was just like Woody going back to he's like I got to get back to Andy. Like I've got to see Andy and stuff and all the other toys were like I think it's just time to move on like,
Yeah.
you know, because you know, when was the last time that Andy like really as a 17-year-old kid, if you still play with toys, like, you
Weird.
know,
Weird.
it's
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, no, Andy's not in the wrong for this, you know, like he's playing
no, he's
whatever playing him. He's just growing up, you know.
because this is the thing. In Toy Story 2, Woody was gonna go to the museum and then he was like, "You're right, like, you know, maybe Andy will grow up, but I'm gonna be there for him when it does, because he
Yeah.
like I was kind of there for him, and so I want to keep being there for him." I thought that that was Andy's like, okay, I've grown up. So, you know, you'd think Woody would be, and maybe I'm kind of wrong about this, or maybe y'all disagree, but so I think he'd be like, okay, like that was really hard for me to deal with, but like I think, you know, it's time to move on. So maybe this is the best choice. But no, he's just like, I've got to get back to Andy. Like he's going to college. Like he needs me. You know, I don't think that's, you
Well,
know,
Andy did decide to take him to college, and then at
yeah.
the end, Woody decided that it would be better for both of them if Woody like joined his friends with this new chick that Andy decided to give his toys to, which very fair. I'm like that would suck to go to college. Like that would be not only for Woody, but like I mean, we've all been, freshmen in college in a dorm room. Uh
Fucking Woody.
could you imagine meeting your like freshman roommate and he's like, "This is my toy." Be like, "Okay, bro, that's a little,
Like, okay,
What are you
cool.
gonna do? What are you gonna do with that
Also,
toy?
I don't think Woody wants to see what Andy's gonna be up to in
No, I don't
college.
think Woody needs to see him get like
No,
blackout drunk and have like
get
a one night stand
get
with like
laid.
a four.
Yeah.
Like that's
Not
and
what I
her
thought this was gonna be like.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean realistically
So
he would just be like probably first few hours of college would be put in a drawer and would not be taken out till the end of
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Exactly. So I thought that was just kind of be kind of, you know, Woody's like. move on point, but I still think he's kind of an incessant asshole in this movie too at the beginning. I know he gets proven right, but I still just think he's quite a douchebag in this, and he still is. Like, I like maybe I don't know if I like Tom Hanks that much. Maybe it's just that I don't know if I like his voice. I think Tom Hanks is a good actor. I just don't
He's
know if I
very
like him.
whiny.
Yeah, he's very whiny, and he is codependent in like every single movie, and he's codependent on Andy for three movies, and then even for the majority of the fourth one, he was codependent on Bonnie, like, and because he was like, you have to do it for Bonnie, for Bonnie, for Bonnie, and then because he was just trying to do it for Andy, like and we'll talk about Toy Story 4. I didn't really think that was a good movie, but he's really whiny. So, but enough about Woody. I just think,
Ken, played by Michael Keaton, one of the best side characters, if
oh,
not like
Barbie, yeah.
uh,
I
fantastic.
forgot about Ken. Bro, Ken was actually great in
Dude,
that
I
movie.
love Michael Keaton, and he like no one could have done a better Ken. Like that was
Oh,
just such
Barbie,
perfect
yeah,
acting.
yeah. It really was.
Yeah, he was
And
great.
so another like I mean obviously with the Woody problem, but another thing I kind of really liked is when they're getting sucked into the trash like burner thing, and Lotso gets out and he's just like, "Where's your kid now?"
After
I
they save him.
After they saved him, I was like, "Dude, you are like," I was like, "This is like you are truly a villain." There's nothing. I was like, at that point, I was like, "There's nothing redeemable about you. You are just a really good villain," and like that was just insane.
Well, dude, they save him, and then you're like, oh, okay, Lotso's gonna be nice now. For like 5 seconds, that's what you think. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
like here's where he's gonna redeem himself. He's gonna
He
apologize
just
for
says,
being such a
"Where's your
dick.
kid now?" and then runs off.
That was tough. That was
What a
tough.
dick.
Yeah. Oh man, such a dick. But
No.
I just thought his, because for a toy like running that daycare is like for Lotso, he'd be pretty happy like just constantly getting appreciated and loved by a bunch of different kids, and he was running that daycare because he wanted like a better life for himself, and he didn't want the reliance of one kid. He wanted the love of many, and I just thought that was a cool dilemma for for a movie about toys.
Yeah, no, he had a good like origin. And also like another thing,
Yeah,
like as much as he got the love for many kids, he still lacked that one thing. That one person, that one like he didn't have his Andy, and
yeah.
that's what made the of the main characters different from him is
Hmm.
that he lacked that, and that's why he became who he is. Like even he could throw out as many kids as he want, but because they didn't have this one special one, it's he's always gonna like lack that.
Hmm.
Because this is like one of the best endings to a trilogy I've ever seen, that's what's making me think potentially S tier,
Yeah,
but I don't know. I'd be fine with
I'd love
It
for
A.
is
this
a
to be on
great
this.
ending.
It's just such a good close. Like that's what makes Toy Story 4 so like it makes you so
Terrible.
angry
Okay, put it at
because it was so pointless. Honestly, we could just talk about are we saying S tier for Toy Story 3?
I'm good with that.
I
Yeah.
like it. I like
Then
it.
like we could just roll right in Toy Story 4 and just put it in terrible, bro.
Yeah, I say let's just y'all can say what you want, but I don't think there's much to be said. It's ass. I never really saw it. I heard what was
It's
bad about it.
ass. Buzz Lightyear, they completely ruined his character just like they did in Lightyear. They just hate Buzz after Toy Story 3. I don't know. I will
But
say, like, we don't have to talk about Toy Story 4 much. It was just lame and it was bad.
Yeah,
And
we should probably keep moving a little bit.
yeah, they threw in like so many cameos, like Key and Peele and Keanu Reeves and yada
Mhm,
yada yada. They were trying too much. It sucked. The story was over. It's
I would
gone.
say they just it was already done.
However, I will say, looking ahead in the future, I am actually excited for Toy Story
I'm
5.
kind of interested.
If you were ever going to make I'm against honestly it like fourth, fifth movies ever. Keep it in a trilogy, keep it a buck. Like Toy
I
Story 4 was
agree.
stupid, but Toy Story 5 feels like something that the world needs right now. And if it
With the iPads, I'm really
Yes. If
interested.
it will seriously villainize, like, I hope the goal is to like scare children from iPads. Like,
Me too.
if that's the goal, like, please make
I'm
that
all
movie.
for it.
I'm all for it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we need
Like,
that. We 100% need. That's a very important message that needs to
so Toy
get
Story
out
4
there.
was just kind of pointless. It was like, okay, we ended the story and now like it's just pointless. But Toy Story 5,
That's a movie where like Woody. I hate him in Toy Story 1. I think Toy Story 4 is my breaking point because he, because Bonnie's about to have her first day of school and he's nervous or she's nervous about her first day. So Woody's like, oh, like Andy had me on his first day and it really helped me. So he takes his own initiative and goes with her, like sneaks in her backpack on the first day of school, even though Bonnie doesn't even like Woody. And I was just like, Woody, you're a fucking toy. Like these human I was literally like, Woody, you need to know. Like at that point I was
Know your
like I know
place.
like literally know your place. Like you are a toy. You are designed to be a convenience to somebody. Like I know that Toy Story happened and like there's more to toys than meets the eye is what Pixar is trying to tell us, but like you're jeopardizing like you literally went to school, you went in the trash can and you dug up Forky, and that's how this whole movie started.
yeah.
I just thought that like the whole premise, I thought that how this movie even happened, like how the plot was even kicked off was stupid. I thought I thought like the villain Gabby, like she just wanted a new voice box and then
She was
so good.
terrorizing toys for generations. I don't feel
Yeah.
any pity for her whatsoever. Like,
No,
fuck
never.
her. And I don't
She was
like how
like,
she was redeemed. It was stupid.
no, no, I don't. She's like, oh, like you can help a lost human.
Like, if I'm Woody, I'm
Well,
like,
like
you
she,
want my voice box? Bitch, shut the fuck up. Like, no, you're a terrible toy.
it's like it's like
No.
that's not my problem.
All
Yeah,
right. I think we're good
but
on Toy
and like,
Story 4,
yeah.
honestly.
Let's move on.
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
move on.
Brave, I think, is
Brave.
an easy A or B. I think Brave is a great story.
I agree.
It's like
If you
very
could if you
again.
could change our fate.
Really,
I don't think this movie is better than I don't think this movie is better than Monsters Inc. But I don't think it's worse than Bugs Life.
I don't know if you could also put on the same level as Nemo.
Yeah,
yeah,
like
a
that's
B is good.
because like
B is
because listen, like we still have to talk about Inside Out. We have to talk about Inside Out 2, Coco. I think those movies are considerably better than Brave.
yes.
Yeah, Brave is still great, but a B right for the Pixar scale, really remind us that it's still really good. It's just that everything above it is
Exactly.
just, it's
Exactly.
great.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just a
No, I think
solid,
B's a
like
solid spot.
very interesting movie.
Yeah. It would be weird upon the same level as like Nemo, Ratatouille, Toy Story, Cars. Like,
I completely agree.
yeah.
Monsters
I don't know. I don't have too
University.
much to say about it.
Okay,
Monster
all I will
University.
say about Brave is that the witch in that movie is Boo from Monsters Inc.
Really? That's
Yes,
pretty
if you
funny.
look at the if look up like her look up Brave Sully cameo in Brave. She has a drawing of Sully in her witch's shop. And basically the idea is that she goes back in time to remember Sully so that Sully never dies, basically. Because if the Pixar theory is true, like if like memories are like what give people life. By going to the past and remembering something from the future, it essentially creates a loop where Sully is never forgotten.
That's kind of crazy. Does that have to do with like Coco with the memories?
Um, I'm not sure. I just know about like her, like I just know that that is Boo, and I just think that that's very interesting.
Gotcha. Yeah,
But yeah, moving on, Monsters U. I gotta be honest, I like MU better than Monsters Inc.
me too.
I think I was holding this in when we were talking about Monsters, but I think MU made Monsters Inc. better. It makes
Yes,
that movie stronger. I think MU is a really good movie, honestly, and I
I
think
think it's
that's what makes
fantastic.
yeah, it makes that's what made the Sully Mike Wazowski when they're fighting all the much worse, is because you're
Yeah,
like,
Yeah.
fuck, saw them in college, as like best buds, go
because
climbing
it
to the
makes you
top.
respect Mike even more, and you're
Yeah,
like,
and
Yeah.
look how much
you
work he's
see
put
what
into
his
this.
expertise really are,
Yeah,
why
I
he
I
is where he is.
I think that like um I think Mike's arc, and I think this is like, I think this is his movie,
Yeah,
and
I agree. Because
and
Sully's movie was last one. This is
yeah,
Mike's
yeah,
this is
movie.
this
Mike's movie.
and I freaking loved it. I love the opening scene, how he just sneaks in, and like everyone's like, I didn't even know you're in there. Like that was kind of a hint that like this kid is gonna be good at something. It's just like he worked his whole life to get into scare school, and he had to overcome the fact that he's just not that scary, but he can do so many other things. And like the way that he helps Sully, like he made Sully scary.
Yes, there is no
And
Yeah,
Sully
no.
without Mike.
No,
yeah,
there exact. There's no that's what the whole movie was about. Was like there's no Sully without Mike. But there's also like
No Mike without Sully.
exactly.
Like they need
One
each
thing
other.
I want to just add on to what you're saying, Presley. Uh, oh gosh, what was I gonna say? It
you're
was
doing
about
good.
Mike. Oh no.
This is
Oh
Mike's
no,
movie. He wasn't.
that scene where they were like, I didn't even know you were in here. And then they were like, oh shit, I didn't even know you were in here. Like they were
Yeah,
like they realized like a flaw about him was like, oh my God, you're like go unnoticeable. But then like, oh shit, that's like we could use this to our advantage, And I think
yeah,
that's a pretty it's a big scene, but also kind of small, but I think it's a pretty big message. It's just like
yeah.
you're
Kind of
what you think might be your
Ratatouille-esque.
flaw. What?
Mhm.
It's kind of Ratatouille-esque. Like he's kind of
Yeah,
in.
yeah, it is. Like your worst flaw,
And he's
it
pulling the
actually
hair of
makes you,
Sully.
yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
You know?
Presley, we
Exactly.
can't see your
So like,
face, by the way. Your camera's turned off.
yeah,
Just
I don't know if you
FYI.
meant to do that or not. But yeah, I don't know. I thought I love that scene because I was
But I
just
just
like,
think that like the first third of it, like the first act of this movie is great at establishing who Mike and Sully are and how different they are and what their priorities are. The second act was just real fun, like fraternity tournament that you just was fun
The
to
scare
follow.
games were
Scare
sick.
games were
yeah,
awesome.
yeah,
But the third act was so awesome. The scene where Mike finds out that his greatest moment in life, his greatest victory
Was
of his entire
fraudulent.
life was fake, was honestly heartbreaking to see.
Yeah,
And then later, when they scare a group of adults in the real world and fill up that entire
yeah,
room of
yeah.
screams, was like that
huge.
was just peak scale. Like they are Mike Wazowski is Michael Jordan of scaring. It was just insane.
But yeah,
You
he
mean Sully?
Sully's Sully's like the Michael Jordan. Mike Wazowski is like the Phil Jackson or the
Yeah,
Greg Popovich. He's like the best coach in the world. But
Yes.
I think the scare games. I think they did a better job with the scare games than they did with the Goblet of Fire, the Triwizard Tournament from Harry Potter. I don't know if
Oh,
you guys
much
are.
better.
I because I think the games were because obviously I mean obviously it was more of a team game, but I think the overall like events were just like so creative, like hide and seek. That was
Yeah.
so cool, and it was like teen or child. Um, and then like having the team work together, and like having Mike take them to the Monsters Inc. facility and show all of the diversity of scares. Like, there's not any one scare. That's what he says. Like, there's not any one scare, but look how they work with one another. Look how like differently intimidating they are, and like it really inspires the team. So like seeing him slowly inspire the team and not just be like, I'm gonna get in that scare school. He's not doing it like he changes his way of going about things because that's what brings winning to the team. And
Yeah.
I think that just his like because when he I love when he realizes that he's not scary
Yeah,
and
when the
then
little girl just like
yeah, which is just like
started playing with
let's
them.
which to be fair, honestly, if I saw a one-eyed guy kind of looking at me, like I'd kind of be scared.
Oh,
But
be freaked
um
out.
but like but in that moment he wasn't scary and Sully was just like Mike, I wouldn't be here without you. Like you did all of that. Like you broke or like you did like you
Yeah,
helped me.
that speech where like
It's
Mike's about
huge.
to quit and Sully's
Yeah.
like, dude, like all of this was because of you. That was a great scene as well.
It
Like,
that was really that was like really powerful.
Because what
yeah.
Sully was like the cool guy on campus after that. Like, because he was like, oh, he's the big shot now, but Mike wasn't really getting the recognition,
No,
right?
Sully was the big shot before that because they both
But
got expelled after.
yeah, Sully was the big shot, and then he failed the scare exam, or he
Yeah.
got kicked out, and then they took his place on campus, and so that's when they made the bet, and Mike and Sully went with Uzma Kappa, which those side characters again, Pixar did such a great job with them. Like Art was awesome. The
Charlie
two headed,
Day,
yeah, the
great.
Charlie, I love Charlie Day, the two-headed guy,
Charlie Days.
and then Doc and then like Squibbles or whatever his name was, like
Who
those
straight
guys.
up just fucked his best friend's mom.
Yeah,
Like crazy.
and like married her pretty
MU
much.
seems like a
Yeah.
crazy place, dude.
Yeah,
But
and so, but I think they
MU.
just I think it was a better arc than Monsters Inc.
I
was.
I
agree.
agree.
I agree. I put it A. I don't know if y'all are gonna disagree with that, but I think it's a good A. I
A,
don't
I
know.
think it's an easy A.
I don't think it's an easy A, but I think it's better than Monsters Inc. But I think there's definitely disparities, so I'm fine with it being an A.
Yeah, it's a good movie. I agree. When we were talking about Monster Inc., I was hoping y'all are gonna agree. Like, I think MU was honestly better. Um,
Okay, this next one I think is the easiest
big.
S of them all. I think if we
Yeah,
don't put an S, we're kidding ourselves. And
This is an
Inside
S.
Out is actually just
I don't want to like we because we could just talk about Inside Out for like hours and hours.
yeah. We
Like
gotta be
honestly,
careful. Yeah, we don't have we honestly are reaching kind of it is getting late.
yeah. So I will
Uh,
just say it is like the greatest metaphor for growing up I've ever seen. Like I think that will maybe ever be made. And two, I think the saddest moment in all of Pixar is the Bing Bong scene. I
Uh,
can't
well,
watch that. No matter what age I am, no matter what time in my life, I cannot watch that without getting at least a little teary, bro. It's
yeah,
if you
dude.
can, you are not human. That is the craziest, like that I can't even like, dude. I'm like, it's actually just too
I
much.
I I think I think that's second as compared to the Up beginning scene.
Mm.
But I think the Bing Bong scene is so sad. But I think like the journey that joy and sadness go on and how they realize that like you can't just be happy all the time. Like you can't just like
You have
be
to, you have
happy
to be sad.
when you're like when things clearly aren't going your way.
It's something we have to
I
all
think just that
understand
journey
on our
that
own at some point, or like we were all like
yeah.
12 years old and kind of like probably without putting into words or like without even realizing it, like we understood these things just through naturally
Yeah, we start
growing up.
understanding it's okay to be upset about
Yes.
something, you
Yeah,
know?
and that was just
No.
so like that was so deep. Like I watched this movie in theaters in 2015 when I was like fifth, sixth grade, and I thought it was pretty good. But watching it like today, I think it's like the great. I think it's the best Pixar movie, honestly.
No, it is
It's
absolutely
it's
beautiful.
I think I think it's my five. I think that's what I the conclusion that I came to. But I think like because this hit hard for me because I kind of still do this. Like I kind of push. some sadnesses that I have to the side, and that's what literally what Joy was trying to do with sadness, like literally push her out, kick her out as much as she can. And you see like what eliminating sadness can do for your life. It could also eliminate the happiness because like it could literally take away some of your emotions. Like you
You
need
need
those sad
sadness.
emotions so you can develop. You can't just be happy go lucky
Joy
all the
all the
time.
time.
So
Yeah.
and so when joy tries to push sadness out, joy gets pushed out with her. So
Yes.
and that leads to her anger and fear and disgust, and obviously there's more, like as a kid you don't have that many more that much more emotion, so it
Yes.
leads to them being like, okay, I want to run away, because that's what any immature 11-year-old. I tried to run away from home when I was 4 years old.
Oh yeah. I
I
remember
think most
like going to
kids
my
think
room,
that.
like, bawling your eyes out, like
You're
packing a
packing a
bag. You're
bag.
like,
Like, I'm going. I'm leaving.
You're packing a bag. I can do somewhere. I'm going home. My parents don't love me.
Yeah.
I hate them. They're the worst they're
that's when
ever.
you first realize you're like, oh shit, I don't know anything.
Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, like where would I go? Like what would I do? Like
Like,
I'm
oh,
very
fuck.
dependent on my parents.
Yeah. Yeah. So don't have to, like, I mean, I y'all can talk about it as much as you want. I don't.
Well, just last thing I'll say is just at the very end when they change the core memories that were just all golden, like all happy, to golden and blue, sad and
Mhm.
like so she was able to not only like reconcile and get like closure for those memories she had in Minnesota. Like it's just the most beautiful thing I've ever seen.
It's
Like
so good, dude.
Mhm.
It's so
I
good.
just yeah, easy S tier.
Can we talk
King
about Inside Out
Kong.
too?
Yeah, I was like, should we just go to Inside Out 2 on this topic? Because
Yeah,
that's also, I
I
think,
was
another
actually gonna
great
say that
movie.
too because I personally love Inside Out so much. I've been afraid to watch Inside Out 2. I haven't seen it because I've
Guys,
heard
it's
such
good.
terrible reviews. So
No, I
y'all,
Okay,
like it.
y'all
Hayes. All right, all right. I'll talk about Inside Out too, and I think this is a very confusing movie. And when I say that,
On
sell me on it.
purpose. On
okay,
purpose.
okay. So I don't. You don't want any spoilers, right?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Just is it worth watching? Is it a good like
Yes.
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 okay.
Okay,
It's
Hayes.
definitely worth
But
watching.
Hayes,
It's touching. It's
honestly,
still touching. Not as
dude,
good as the first.
honestly, it's comparable to the journey that Riley. It's like comparable to how good the journey that Riley went on in Inside Out 1.
Yeah,
But the
it's really
difference
good.
is this movie is hard to watch because Anxiety is such a good character. Okay,
Impersonates it perfectly.
dude, okay, she's voiced by Maya Hawke, who is Robin in Stranger Things. So naturally she's very quirky, but Anxiety is literally like
This is my Hawk. I
like
didn't know that.
yeah, it was Maya Hawke. So I was squirming when I was watching it. Like literally, like I was like, oh my gosh, oh, like I wanted to turn it off.
Yeah.
It's like the dinner party episode from The Office. Like it's but she does like it's
That's the
such a
best episode.
it's yeah, it's such a perfect representation of anxiety that it's like hard
Yeah.
to watch. But the journey that like the different emotions go on is like Hayes, you got it. Like you got to watch.
It's
Okay.
really good. The new
All right, so would you
I
put
emotions.
would.
it
This
where's
is
it
an
on the list?
easy. This for me. Like I mean, people have different views on it because it's not as funny as the first one, and
It's
it's not like
deeper.
it's a lot deeper
It's
though. It's a
really deep.
lot deeper than the first
Yeah.
one
Really?
in my yeah.
Deeper
So
than the
honestly,
first Inside Out? That's impossible.
I don't know. This one's really deep. Like
it
this
it
one gets into like some
well,
really deep
I'd say deep.
emotions and like
It deals with more.
more complicated
Deals with
emotion.
more teenage problem because the last one was about like kind of a
Yeah.
12-year-old
That's what I
child,
was
but
gonna add too, is like it does feel complicated, but I think that's purposeful because she is going through puberty. And like as we
Yeah.
can all tell, that's a very confusing time. So
Oh,
like
you're just like
it's
so
like
angry and you don't know why.
yeah.
yeah,
Well,
Like,
all right, well,
yeah.
I think that's enough spiel for it.
Hayes, I would almost say
I put it at
like
B or A, honestly. It's a
I'd put
great
it
movie.
easy A for me.
Yeah, I
Easy
agree.
A.
I was
wow.
almost considering like because it's up there with the first one for
It's
me.
up there with the first one in my
Yeah,
opinion.
I think it's like not
Really? I've heard
much
bad
worse than
things.
first.
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch this
No,
movie.
it's I think it's just
Got
because
to.
it wasn't as like it's a lot different kind of from the first one.
Okay.
Like because
All
like
right.
it's like Presley's like I don't know, just very more complicated emotions, and it's just like It's good though. I think it was a great movie for kids to watch, especially when they're kind of
It's
coming of
it's not
age.
it's not as funny. It's more of like it's honestly it's like painful to watch, but it's so good at what it does. Like
Yeah,
trust me,
because
you gotta see it.
everyone's been through like like every single thing she's feeling. You're just kind of like, oh, like come on, like don't do that, you know? But like
Hmm.
you just kind of watch like, all right, we gotta like stop talking too much. I feel like I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah. All right. Inside
Yeah,
Out
but
2
Hayes,
and
Hey,
A for Me.
I recommend it. It's actually a really good movie. I actually wasn't like that into Inside Out. I didn't watch it for like the longest time, and then I watched the first one, amazing, and then saw the second one in theaters, and I was like, oh my gosh,
I
like
saw the second one in theaters. It was
yeah,
awesome.
it was
And
great. Yeah,
and I watched it like a week ago, but
and I felt like it. Yeah, no, it's good. I hold it higher than a lot of other movies here.
okay.
so we can just put don't know for that one, I guess.
No, you can put it at A. I trust you.
All right, we'll put it A. I like A.
Yeah, I think it's spot for it. It's a good movie.
Finding
Finding
fi
Dory, I like
C to like
DF.
I'd go I'd kind of go C.
I just don't think there's like I don't think a lot of new ground was broken. I
I
don't
think D's
think
a good spot for it.
yeah, like it was just not that like
Dude,
comparing it to especially Finding Nemo, like Finding
bro,
Nemo
I just
just
I
superior.
love Nemo in this movie.
He is good in yeah, yeah.
I
So
love Nemo.
Nemo's good in this. I think Marlin honestly didn't break much ground.
No.
Uh no, I think Dory had a pretty good arc because she kind of
Yeah, she
like
had a good character
she was the
development.
only character somewhat in the first one that didn't really get her, win. She got friends and stuff, but
Yeah.
like, she needed this movie, which I thought was good for her, but like,
It was just like, oh, where am I from?
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Oh, she
found it.
just wanted to figure out her past. She
Yeah.
doesn't have memories. Everyone else has memories, but she doesn't. Um, so like I think they went in a good direction of making it about Dory. That being said, I don't, it was all right. Um, it was the same movie, somewhat kind of just put in a different form. Different. There's a whole different like adventure. You know what I mean? Like, oh,
Well,
found my son, but now Dory's gone. The
well,
girl who helped me through it all. Now she's.
well, they weren't even looking for Dory. It wasn't finding Dory. It was finding
Oh
Dory's
yeah, they're
family.
fine. Yeah, yeah. I don't know
Yeah.
why. Yeah, they're fine. Fine. They're all like helping, but like I don't know. It's the same thing. Adventure through the ocean, but they guess they end up in the aquarium or like a
Yeah, it was more like in the zoo
yeah,
aquarium
like it
world.
was just like it felt very similar. Not like
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just it didn't like you said break much ground. It wasn't
Yeah,
like
it was
necessarily
just a
that
bunch of like
bad.
callbacks to Dory's
Yeah.
childhood and like how she came to be. But to be honest, I didn't really care too like when I watched Finding
No.
Nemo, I wasn't like
I think it was more
dying
so
to
for the
know.
I
parents.
was
I
like,
think
ooh, where did Dory come from?
Yeah, I
yeah.
wasn't like
No,
that.
no one really
Like if this movie never existed, like that would have been fine.
I
I
think it was more for the
There.
parents who loved Nemo when we were growing up and watched it with us. Cause like there's like all the callbacks and stuff. It's kind of nostalgic. And which it
Hmm.
is for us too, but like it feel like my mom loved it and stuff. And I think that is a movie for the parents. It was just kind of a fun little like callback to Nemo, bringing back the characters everyone used to know and love.
yeah.
But yeah, I think D's solid. It was just a okay movie.
All right, well, here's my most embarrassing take. I've actually not seen Coco.
Mm.
So I'll
Ooh.
let y'all take it away here. I've heard great things.
It is great.
I
I
know it's
thought
just like about like the Dia de los Muertos and stuff,
It's
right?
about music.
Yeah, but like it happens at the Day
Yeah.
of the Dead, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Um
for one, the
I
music's amazing. Like
I would I'd say the one problem with it is that it gets a little too fetch questy. Like, and what I mean by that is like,
like
oh, Ernesto de la Cruz was here, but now he's over there. And then it's
yeah,
like, oh, he was there, but now he's so it's a lot of like, but it's a lot of journey. But I think that like, I mean, there is a plot twist at the end. I will not give it away. And obviously, a lot of what I think about the movie and what I like about it has to do with that twist. So that's what I don't want to talk about.
that's like
So
probably the best part of the movie. Like the
exactly,
latter
exactly.
half and the ending is probably the best part of the movie.
Like the twist. But I think it's I think it's because it starts out like that Coco, um the abuela doesn't want music in her house, and it's like what a child is willing to do to like achieve his dreams. And I think it's like he sees different perspectives and how, someone chasing their dreams can really be, or like how dark a path they can go down in order for them to
Yeah,
kind of like achieve their dreams, and like the
how
lengths that
much
they
is
would go
worth it,
to,
you know?
like how much you want it. So, but a lot of what I think about the movie and
It's
what I
it's
what I
really
actually,
hard same way. You realize what is your goal? What really is the
yeah,
goal? Love
but
the game.
but also a lot of what me and Ed would want to talk about has to do with the twist. So we're
Yeah.
not. So honestly, it's best if we kind of just skip it. I would probably put this at like an A or a
I'll say
B.
A, yeah, I'll say high B, like middle A, lower
I
B.
think it's
It's
I
a
think it's
great
around
movie.
it's around Monsters University territory.
Yeah, it's really good. It's so visually pleasing. Like the color,
Oh, it looks.
my God, like it's one of the best looking
It's
Pixar movies.
near Wally. It's near Wally terms in terms of
Yeah,
like
like
how
it is
cool it
definitely one of the
looks.
best looking Pixar movies I've seen. Like it, the colors and just like,
Mm.
oh, it looks so good. Like it
Mm.
looks really, really good.
You need to see Coco. You need to see Inside Out too.
Yeah.
Uh,
Honestly, oof. This is personal preference. I probably might put Inside Out 2 maybe higher than Coco. Like I love that
well, it
movie.
sounds like you are if you're putting Coco at B.
Well, I think we're still trying. We're in between A and B because it is better than Brave,
It's better than Brave. I'd
better
put
than
this.
Cars 3.
I'd put this today. You with me?
I think it's A. Yeah,
Okay,
Coco. It feels kind of bad putting Coco at B. Coco is
that's
a
fine.
really good
I'm
movie.
perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, I'm happy at A. It's definitely not S.
Perfect.
But yeah, I think I'll put it right there with MU and Inside Out too. I think it's a good spot for it.
What's the
And
next one? Incredibles 2. Ooh,
I
Incredibles
love
2.
Incredibles 2, bro. I feel
great one
like
right here. Great one right here, dude.
we've
Jack
touched on like the superheroes from Incredibles 1. I feel like in terms of superheroes, we don't need to say like too much, but when it comes to the character development of
Family is a huge thing.
especially the dad, Mr. Incredible, being the stay-at-home dad and being basically thrown into this whole new realm of
Responsibility.
responsibility, yeah. And the way they handled that couldn't have been done better.
Dude,
Oh,
they were
it's great.
the Incredibles 2. I think Monsters Inc. is still the funniest Pixar movie. This is right up there with it. I
No,
was
this one was
laughing my
This
ass.
is
hilarious.
Jack
hilarious.
Dude,
Dash,
Jack was
Jack, and Mr. Incredible and Edna, like
so
all
good. Oh my God, Edna was so funny.
Edna was so funny.
Yeah.
Dude, is
No,
Jack Jack more powerful than every other superhero that's ever existed?
That's
I
ever
think so.
existed
I think that's
combined.
the plot of him. It seems
He,
like Jack is like
I
the
mean,
absolute
there was a
god.
line where it was like he has like 18 powers, like 18
Well,
known powers.
Hayes, if you kind of think about it, this is like the Incredibles are very close to the Fantastic Four.
Very.
Yeah, like
Dude,
Yes.
it is.
with Franklin too.
Yeah, so
Yes.
yeah, Baby
That's a
Franklin,
great
bro.
point. I
That's
didn't even really
Jack.
think about Franklin because the
Yeah.
first one, they're obviously like just with the four of them is like
It's like
yeah, just
Fantastic
replace
Four. Turn
the
invisible,
Human
shield,
Torch.
bro.
Yeah, just replace the Human Torch with Flash,
Yeah,
and
like it's the
that's
exact same.
the exact
Yeah.
same like people. But
But
having Franklin Richards as Jack Jack like that, I mean, I don't know
The
who would
all
win in that
powerful
fight,
baby.
honestly. But
That'd be a good fight to see,
that'd be a good
bro.
fight to see. Yeah,
All powerful babies.
I just kind of like that he's able to do anything. I honestly don't even know if you could make an Incredibles movie where Jack Jack is not a baby.
yeah, because
He
if
kind
he
of has
wasn't,
to be a
Because when
baby.
he becomes conscious, that motherfucker become an almighty being. Like he's gonna
literally,
become, he's gonna
And
become.
I think like the funniest scene of the movie is right after, like obviously we all love the scene where he fights the raccoon, but right after that scene,
He fights
when
like,
Mr. Incredible is like
oh, you
realizes
want
that he
cookie?
has like infinite powers, and then Frozone comes over and he hasn't slept in like days, and he
You want
just
cookie? You want cookie?
yeah, he disappears into another dimension. And he goes, "Num
Cookie.
num cookie," and Frozone like, "Oh my God." Like that's just it
No,
had a great plot twist. Um, it was just such a good
it was a
movie.
great
The
movie.
Incredible is like
Dude,
low key cooler than the Batmobile, bro.
Yeah,
oh,
it
it is
is.
Like
sick, bro. The
I
Incredible
would
is
love to
sick.
have that fucking car.
Yeah.
Something that I love to compare Incredibles 2 to Incredibles 1 is, in the like the 15-year time gap where superheroes were banned and Mr. Incredible has to go work in insurance
Yeah.
and stuff, and and he's
Like
just
a D1
miserable
athlete that doesn't make it.
like me. So
Well, D3.
hey, I'm D1.
Oh,
Oh,
is Rice
yeah,
D1?
Rice is D1.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So yeah, Dick. And so like you see him be miserable and he's like just kind of moping along, like his only purpose is to be like a superhero because and he has to hide himself. Well, he still has to kind of hide himself, but he is so caring about helping his
Family.
his kids. Like with Violet, like he tries to help with Violet and her being sad about Tony Ridinger and
Yeah.
how they had to make him forget her
He
and
helps
he helps Dash with homework. Like
exactly.
he stays up all night trying to help. He tries to help
The
Dash.
great
He
dad.
tries to help Dash. He's not a great dad, but he's trying his ass
Well,
off to be a
that's what
great
I
dad.
mean. Is like this is like the
Yeah,
perfect like I'm not a dad, but I'm sure like we're all gonna feel the same things he's feeling. Like,
yeah.
he's
Well,
struggling
Well,
as like
hopefully, I'm not a stay-at-home dad, but
well,
well,
yeah,
hopefully
not the
my
exact same,
son,
but you know what I mean. Like you have to learn
yeah,
how
yeah,
to
yeah,
like be a dad, how to
yeah.
like do all these things, and like that's you see him struggle with it, but he doesn't give up. He just keeps get better. He learns from his mistakes,
But
and
he's
and
dealing with like very human, just like having kids and teenagers, like problems, and on the other side, like superhero parent
Superhero.
problems.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, like,
They also
I honestly think compared to like trying to make your daughter happy about a boy not liking her and helping your son like with his math homework, compared to literally Jack Jack is much easier. Like
yeah.
that would be much easier to do. I don't know
Yeah,
how you would without what's her
Jack Jack
name?
was a great character. God, he was probably the highlight of the movie, honestly.
I think he
Without
was. I
Edna, I don't even know if you could like parent Jack Jack.
No, Edna.
no. And you
No.
see Edna just like, I would love him, darling. And then he kicks him out of the house, and then Edna like loves Jack Jack more than anything. So, um, but like and there's also that side. They also made Elastigirl dope as fuck. And they made her so incredibly powerful. But what I loved the character of Winston. Um, Winston Dever.
Yeah,
Um,
played by Saul Goodman.
Play of Saul Goodman, yeah. And I loved his character because of the message. It's like, what do people not understand about you? It's the perspective. And so
Perception
that,
rules the world.
yeah, exactly. And I think that's like something that's, I don't think, really think this has like ever been done before. Like putting a GoPro on a superhero and like releasing body cam footage. Like, I
Yeah.
think that's like cool as hell. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's a
think
cool concept.
that's a crazy idea that they had, and like to
I'm
see
very
Elastic.
glad that they decided to give Elastigirl the spotlight and
Oh,
have
me
Mr.
too.
Incredible be the family
Stay
man.
home dad.
If they
Me
had
Yeah, that
too.
was
switched that, it would
perfect.
have been a not it would have been like just not a great movie.
No,
Yeah.
that was a great thing they did. I love
Yes.
that.
It was
Um,
genius.
just this is like I'm surprised none of y'all mentioned this scene. 'Cause one of my favorite scenes is in this movie was when Jack they get the house is getting attacked. And then like everyone's like, oh fuck, they're after Jack Jack or like Jack Jack the baby, but like that baby was fine. Took
Yes.
care of it.
Yeah.
Well,
He
he's the
was
one who
fine.
saved the day actually
Yeah,
because
I
he
know. I was
used
like,
his
he took him off as a
telekinesis.
baby, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So
He took the goggles off of mom, and yeah. So,
I
but
forgot about the goggles.
I think it was I think it was pretty interesting to see the dynamic of Winston because I really liked his point of view. But then you also see Evelyn and how she like had the complete opposite view.
yeah.
How she like
She had
like,
a more valid reason to hate superheroes than Syndrome. in
She
my opinion.
I feel like if Syndromes was more like more like in depth than I think
Yeah,
his would have been. But I think if you're just looking at it for like what it was, I think Evelyn had a very valid one because her parents' reliance on superheroes was like she was literally like, yeah, my parents could have done anything. They could have like gotten to say they could have hid, they could have done anything, but it was like no, they had to call fucking Gazer Beam or whatever, and they got killed. Like and like I just and Evelyn was trying to see like how your reliance on superheroes could easily swim the wrong way if they were, let's say, being controlled by something, let's say a screen. So I thought it was kind of cool to see how they were literally siblings and they had two opposite conflicting viewpoints on one another.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I really liked the scene where Mr. Incredible like sees Elastigirl when she has the goggles, and she just like makes out with him, and he thinks it's like some like Disney fairy tale movie that she just like will break out of it because of love, and it's like that's not true at all. I really like that because
That was funny. That
that's
was a
always
really
kind
Yeah.
of cheesy, I think, when like someone's being controlled and like
yeah. And they're
love
like,
breaks
we
through.
love yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
that was pretty funny.
To me,
Yeah.
this is easy A,
Also, it's
maybe
just
even
like
S.
it was. I could honestly, I would be okay putting it at S. I love this movie.
I'd be
It was
okay putting an S too. I
yeah, it
really
was
Me
a
like
too.
this
great.
movie.
It's
Me
a
too.
great movie, dude. It's just like, oh God, they took Incredibles, which already was an amazing movie, and just made it better. Honestly, like you
I,
said, I low key think I liked it more. Like the second one more.
Dude, it's
I,
so good.
But
I think it
that being
was.
said, the first could not nearly be as good as it is without, or the second wouldn't be nearly as good as it is without the first. You know,
We
like that was a
saw
great.
this. Did all three of us see this in theaters together? Were we all? I'm
Might have.
I believe I was with you when I saw
I'm
Yeah,
this.
because I remember
fairly
just
certain I
laughing
was
my
with
ass
Presley.
off with I don't know if it was y'all or whoever, but I remember
Wait,
laughing.
we saw this at the AMC, right?
Yeah, I think we all did see it together.
Yeah,
Yeah. Dude,
Yeah.
I was laughing my ass
that
off
was
during that
what,
Um,
like
movie.
seventh, eighth grade or something.
Yeah, dude, what a great movie. Well, I remember it
I
Great,
came out, everyone was
no,
hyped.
it was, I think it was freshman year.
wasn't it?
Yeah,
Were you already at Catholic?
I was a Catholic at that
Well,
time.
I
Yeah,
would
I
have been
think it
at
was. Because
Macaulay
he came
though.
out when we were a little bit older. Like
Mm.
I was remember it's like we're like, oh, we're a little out of age for kids movies, but we're all like we
Well,
want to
to
go.
be fair, it came out when we were in the summer,
Yeah, it was
so
2018.
it was
Okay.
summer of 2018.
It was
Yeah,
like going in, yeah, so we were going into high school.
Um, but I think like I had something to talk about with this movie. I think the first I remembered. I think the first one had like a better family story arc than this one, but I think just like as a movie, this one was arguably better.
Yeah.
I
I
think
think
I hmm?
the family member is definitely better than the first, but I think that's why it's very more solidified in Incredibles
Yeah.
2. The
Yeah,
whole point
yeah, yeah.
it all relied back like they were all okay because they were like a tight family, you know, and that knew like you know what I mean? Like they had that
Yeah.
bond already.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah.
so yeah, great. And then honestly, after this is what I consider to be like the dead zone of Pixar.
Yeah,
Besides Soul, like all of them are kind of throwaways in my opinion.
I
And,
agree. Yeah.
what have you guys not seen on this list? Because I'll walk you down the list. I haven't seen and I don't remember Onward very well. I haven't seen Turning Red, and I didn't watch Elio.
I haven't
I
seen any of them besides Soul.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so all right, I'll take you through Elemental, and I'll take you through Luca. Put Elemental as an F, and I'll talk about why for a little bit. So I don't think you guys really have to. So the gist of this movie is it's kind of like Zootopia, except there's an el there's it's called Element City, and the water people live there, the tree people live there, and the cloud people live there. And so the fire people are like migrating there, but they're like they can't live. So an example of this is so like the fire people are trying to like move in to the city, but as soon as they get close to the tree people, obviously the tree like starts burning on fire. And as soon as you get close to the water, it starts steaming. And so like the fire people are it's like literally inhabitable, but this movie is trying to make like an immigration allegory because the director is Korean, right? The director was Korean. So he was trying to make like a Korean central, like, and how hard it was for him to, like, or not him, but like
Migrate.
for
Yeah.
Korean people to migrate to, like, I guess America. But the problem was fire is literally inhabitable in this world. So I think that like fails because a big part of the movie is a romance between a one water person and a fire girl. And I'm not even kidding you. Hayes, this is why I think you would hate this movie. But
Can
the
they
but
even
the
bang?
no. They kiss like once and they start like steaming. But so yeah, that would have been really funny. But this is why I think you'd hate the movie. Because the guy, the main water person, is like he cries at everything. I'm not even kidding you. He cries at everything. Like cries.
Eh,
Like so he's a and he literally can't hold a job because he cries too much. And so in this case, he's a pipes inspector for like the city's water supply, and he
right.
gets sucked into these pipes that aren't structurally sound. And he's like, I have to write you a ticket. And he's like literally crying about having to write them a ticket. And so they make the male character like so weak and so much of a pushover, and they make the fire girl have anger issues, but that's she's good at everything. She's great, like she's really talented, she is smart, she just has anger issues. But another problem with this movie is they make her biggest flaw her biggest strength. They say that a big message in the movie is your temper tantrums are like their temper tantrums aren't bad. They're just trying to tell you something. And I could look at it, okay, if my temper tantrum was to like beat my kid, that's bad. It's not like it's trying to tell me something.
Maybe your
Like it
kid's bad.
but let's
Maybe that's
assume
what
that
you're
he's
trying to say.
let's just but like I'm just like it says that your anger is trying to tell you something. Like cuz her temper tantrums like damn near burn the store down. They cause their family shop to go down. Like it's a very bad thing. But the
Mm.
water guy's like, "No, I don't think it's that bad. It's just trying to tell you something."
Yeah, that's lame.
And like the girl has no weaknesses. So it's a failed immigration allegory and it's a failed romance story that I think has some kind of cute elements, but I think this is a very weak movie.
Mm.
And so now I guess I'll talk about Luca. Luca, I'll put this at D because I think this is like the most harmless, forgettable Pixar movie. I think it's very cute, like it's very so it takes place so the gist of it
In Italy,
is
right?
yeah, it's in Italy. So these people are sea monsters when they're exposed to water, but when they're exposed to land they're regular humans. And so they're located in this little town in Italy, and the entire town's like they hunt sea monsters. Like they have signs that says wanted $20,000 for a sea monster if it's dead. And so like in the story of these sea monsters who want to experience the human world because it's better than being a sea monster, like basically the town goes from hating sea monsters for generations upon generations to loving them in like a day. Like they literally hunt sea monsters, and they're just like, okay, they're good after one little thing that happens. So I thought that was kind of unrealistic.
Mm.
A lot of people were mad that the two main characters that were guys were not gay. Like it's there's no romance in this at all,
Mm.
but it's kind of a bromance, but people were mad that they like weren't gay. And so I thought that was kind of interesting. Like
It is
it
okay.
was, yeah. So pretty forgettable. It takes place in a very small town, and literally the ending climax is a bike race. Like that's the ending climax. So when I say it's harmless, I'm like, this is the most harmless movie I've ever seen, especially it's animated. There's literally no stakes at all. And that's kind of what I kind of admire about it, but it's also kind of what I really don't like about it because
That's why
there's
that D. Yeah.
yeah, that's why it's a D. Like there's literally no stakes. It's literally a bike race, literally a bike ride. And so another problem I have with it is like when I tell you as soon as these sea monsters are exposed to water, like if I pour this water bottle on my hand, their hand would become a sea monster hand until it dried off. So like at the end of the movie, the main sea monster guy, he goes to live in Venice, Italy. I'm just like, so what happens if it like starts raining and wearing you're wearing short sleeves? Because he wears short sleeves the entire movie. Like
Not goodness.
what happens if it starts raining and like you turn blue, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you're caught in Venice, like uh
Sounds like
Like
I
I said, it
probably
rains a
won't
lot in
watch this
Venice. It
movie.
rains a lot in Italy.
yeah, I think it's a sweet movie. I think the voice acting is very lazy. I think it's like too much of a kids movie if you ask me. Like there's nothing really adult about this. It is definitely a kids movie. So if y'all don't watch it, it is not going to change your life. I promise.
Good to know.
It's
Yeah.
sweet. It's sweet. It's not as good as A Bug's Life. It doesn't tackle any themes.
I would say it doesn't sound like it's a Pixar movie because Pixar movies are
No.
supposed to be cute, but also tackle big topics and
Yeah.
questions. So it
Yeah.
sounds like they're lacking in that. They just don't have
And
much.
and that goes, so I sent y'all the article that was like the Pixar CEO was like, we're gonna start focusing on movies like Toy Story, where it's like a very realistic problem that has real world themes. This movie has, it's just like, I guess if I was gonna put a theme on it, it would be like, um, not everyone's what they seem. You know, it's don't judge a book by its cover. It's
Yeah.
so basic and forgettable. Y'all really don't have to watch either of these.
Okay.
But I think Luca is better than Elemental.
Okay.
Good to hear.
So Turning Red and Elio, I did not see.
Did you see Onward? Like, should I rank that or should I just put Don't Know?
No, put don't know because I like I
I know
no,
the
I
story
don't
is
know.
with Tom Holland and Chris Pratt, and their dad is like dead, and they're going to like
Like,
do
revive
something.
him
So yeah,
or
so
like
the
his
gist
soul?
the gist of it is like so they have this tool that can like revive their dad for a day, but something goes wrong with the spell because one of the brothers messes it up and it only brings back his legs.
Hmm.
So it's only his dad's legs. So like they're going back and doing a bunch of fetch quests for the rest of the staff. But then at the end, like his dad comes back for like a second and then goes away.
And they
And then
use his legs to bang a woman so they get a third brother? Is that what happens?
I wish that you were the head of Pixar so we could do that decision, but no, that's unfortunately not what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel like all those mo like they just kind of hit like a little
Dry spell.
dry spell, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Which fair, like
It
I
happens.
they literally put
You
out
can't kill the game forever.
I mean, they put out so many bangers like
Yeah,
the
exactly.
the
Like,
early 2000s run where you literally come out with Toy Story, Bugs Life,
Because
Toy
we have
Story 2, Finding Nemo, Incredibles, Wall-E, Up. Like I don't
Cars,
know how you do that back to back to back to back. It's just
yeah, it's pretty
Ratatouille, all those.
so I guess they're owed a few, Thor Love and
yeah,
Thunders.
exactly.
They definitely had a Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
They'll be back though. They'll be back. They're just gotta they're just
Well,
little
and I
dry.
do think one,
Soul's like their
yes. And I will
Soul is like
say
the
the last one we have is the
Well,
one
well,
that
well,
does
well,
stick out
well,
of this dry spell.
It
And I
does.
think
I
Before
agree.
you say
Soul,
that, I will say Inside Out 2 was the highest grossing Pixar movie of all time.
Was it
really,
really?
Yep.
Well,
I
it's
did not
probably
know that.
because of Inside Out 1. Inside Out 1 was
Yeah.
like the probably like since all their other bangers, like that was probably like the Pixar movie. Like Inside Out became
Completely fair.
yeah, I mean that's probably one of their best. Like you said, that's probably like at least for me top three.
Yeah.
But
Wally and Up,
I will be right
Wally and
back.
Up are Wally and Up are up there for me right now.
but Soul, I thought was such an amazing movie
I
that
did
does
too.
tackle these big, like, real world questions.
And I think it's
And
more for an older crowd. Like I think it's
yeah,
kind of yeah, it's meant kind of for like older people, honestly.
I also have always loved Tina Fey. I'm glad she got to make her debut. I've always thought her and Amy Poehler were like the two funniest
So
women ever.
well, Amy Poehler does a
So the
great
fact that
job
they're
as
both in
Joy.
Pixar
Yeah, Amy
is
Poehler is
great.
great as Joy.
Yeah. But
Perfect Joy.
I think the way they depicted visually the music in this movie, like when they would go to uh what was the place when they would like lock in and transcend to the soul realm because they would be so just like in the zone. It
I mean,
was
I know
so
what you're talking about.
yeah.
Yeah, like the second you said that's like that zone, I was like, I know what you mean, but I forgot kind of what it was called. I think it was like not like lim. No, it wasn't limbo or anything like that. No, I'm just gonna look it up.
What they go
But
to
that was I know what you mean, Hayes. Like that was like I that was a really cool part.
the zone. Oh yeah, because
Oh,
like
it's just
you're in the
the zone.
zone. Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
but
that
yeah, I
makes
think Jamie. I also love Jamie Foxx. Who doesn't like Jamie Foxx? Like
exactly.
so, casting
I
was
think he
great.
did a great job too.
Yeah, and I thought the whole idea of like the spark in your soul is what you have. It's not something like I feel like that's like for me, I really like this movie because like I have a lot of my own like personal goals and stuff that I want to do in life. And it is hard for me to accept like similar theme of like cars and especially maybe like Cars 3. It's like you do kind of have this idea in the back of your head like once I achieve this, like then I'll be happy. And the line that she says to Jamie Foxx's character, um, oh my gosh, I don't want to get it wrong because it's one of the best quotes of all of Pixar. Uh,
Oh crap, what was it?
it was hold on. And I heard this story. Yes, okay, hold on. Let me say this whole quote. I heard this story about a
Was
fish.
it this? Yeah, the story about the fish. Yeah.
He swims up to an older fish and says, "I'm trying to find this thing they call the ocean." The ocean, the older fish says, "That's what you're in right now." This, says the young fish, this is water. What I want is the ocean. That is just like it's like you can swim your whole life without even realizing that like what you want is really right in front of you. And when he gets sent back to life, um, and says like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna enjoy everything about it. Like that is just like I
Deep.
feel like we like the older you get, especially like you have a really hard time just enjoying
Finding
the small things,
Hmm.
like enjoying just like sunlight, enjoying just like taking a walk, and it's like you won't be happy unless you do blank. But what's really important is finding happiness all
in the
around you.
small things. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and I love this scene specifically where he's playing the piano and he's literally just
Oh,
reminiscing on like the simple shit that he did. Like, help the fucking girl with her tuba lesson and like teach the kids and stuff like stuff like that where he like starts to shed a tear about it and then he gets back in the zone where he tries to find 22 the lost soul. I thought
Mhm.
that scene was particularly kind of that was my favorite scene.
Yeah, it was just very powerful because I th- like going into it, I would think just like the main character of the movie, like for example, I love like movies and entertainment, like I want to be a writer and director is uh like maybe even until I watched this movie, I was like, that is my spark. And it really makes you think like that's not what makes you who you are. Like you are who you are, and then you have interests and love and passions for a lot of other things. But that's
It
not,
doesn't define you.
yes, it doesn't define you. Like Michael Jordan spark isn't basketball, it's gambling. No, I don't know. It's it's whatever like he in his heart of hearts like truly is. And I just feel like being able to again, it reminds me a lot of like Cars 3. It's like it's not about just like getting to a certain place and then like one day you'll be happy. It's about just enjoying
The
swimming in the
process.
water.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, but just always searching for that thing when it's really just like right in front of you all along. Like that like theme is like as old as time. That's like what so many movies are about, but I feel like this movie tackles it better than
Very
almost all of
well.
them.
Yeah.
When it comes
No,
to
I
that
agree.
specific arch.
Well,
Like,
Pixar's just always been good about
oh,
tackling these huge topics in such a way. It's just like, damn, you know?
Yeah,
Like
I was
Pixar's
always
has great at that.
I don't think this movie really got good until the end for me
oof, I don't know about that.
because this is why because I just thought his life was like so shit, and I was just like, you really want to get back to this, like, but then I saw at the end he was just like he clearly was missing like his goals were well like his goal he wanted to be
But
a
his life wasn't shit, his priorities were. Like his perception of what his life
yeah
Was bad.
that's what I mean like he was
That's
perceiving his
another
life
big
as
theme I thought
so.
too, Hayes. It's just like perception and your perspective on
yes.
things. You know,
Yeah.
I think another word is like wants versus needs. You know, like
Yeah.
he wants all this stuff, but his basic necessities. Like he could easily have that right in front of him. Like he could be a band teacher and significantly impact people's lives. Like the girl who was gonna quit until she went to his doorstep and played that song.
Yeah. And
Like
Tina Fey's character like accidentally gave her like the best advice she could have heard, which was just fine, quit. And that made her like be like I don't actually want to quit. I just wanted to talk about this. And her character development of like not like wanting to skip Earth entirely and then going to Earth and being more fascinated about everything happening than even Jamie Foxx's character. It was beautiful. I
yeah,
really, really love this movie. I would put it easily A.
I would put it at B approaching A. I wouldn't mind if it was an A for sure.
Ed, you're the decider.
no, I'm thinking because like I would say there's some A's that would beat it, but I would honestly, I would honestly probably put it at A, like lower A, just because the rest of what we have at A are bangers.
I'm fine with A.
Yeah,
I
we have a
mean,
lot of A's, but I think that like I kind of expected that because it's hard to kind of not put a lot of these movies lower than that, you know. And I think Soul kind of might be one of those movies because it's just like Hayes said, like I feel like that's such a huge topic and theme in so many movies, but this movie just kind of encapsulates it so much better.
mm,
Yes.
Just like really hits home because like this is something I think most people, especially our age, like feel that thing, you know, find our purpose, find our spark, and
mhm,
like it defines you, becomes a defining. But this is kind of a nice little friendly reminder. It's just like, hey, you know, there's a lot more to you than just your
yeah,
interests, you know, and what you're good at.
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I think A is a solid spot for it. I'm putting it there.
Looking back at this list, I mean, obviously, I'm such a Cars fanatic. I can't like so. It being at A kind of hurts, but honestly, like looking at like I'm completely like
I think this is good.
I
You did a
really
good
I
job,
really
I
like this
think.
list.
I
Yeah.
think this is like the list, bro. Like this
Yeah.
is
I personally I can sympathize with you a little bit with the Cars. Yeah. Like that is like such like a
it's kind of crazy
classic,
we only
but
had one C.
yeah, I
And
am
that was
too.
Bug's Life.
I think A Bug's Life is the perfect ultimate, you know.
But
Yeah.
I think that's the perfect C.
Yeah, exactly. I think there's only one movie that can really fit there because like
It's just
it was a good movie. It's their second ever movie, and it was like I don't know, it was just there, you know. It was there, it was solid.
but it
Made a lot
actually
better things afterwards.
it tackles a bunch of kind of cool things. I just don't
No,
think
yeah,
I don't think it executes in the smaller details like it does like with other Pixar movies. Like
yeah.
I don't think the side characters were effectively kind of used,
Some of them are just
and
comic relief.
yeah, some of them
Yeah.
are just kind of are, and but it's kind of cool to see how they. I don't know if y'all have ever seen.
Develop their like
It's
style, yeah.
yeah, it's kind of the same. Have y'all ever seen the movie Three Amigos
With Chevy Chase
with
and
Chevy Chase and
Martin.
Martin
I have
Short?
not actually.
Yeah, but it kind of takes that where it's like they get actors to pretend like they're these big shot warriors, but then in reality, like they're not, and so it
Oh,
kind
I've
of
seen
takes like
Tropic
that.
Thunder.
Oh yeah, well it's a little bit yeah, it's a little bit kind of like that. So
Great
but
movie.
it does tackle a bunch of good themes. I just don't think that maybe if it was made kind of in that limbo period between when like Up and
Yeah.
Ratatouille and Wally were being made, maybe they would have like really experimented with that more.
Yeah.
But I don't think the animation was there yet to make that
Hmm.
movie really
No,
special. But
no.
I agree.
I think it has some great elements. Like I think if you made A Bug's Life in the time that Brave was being made, I think we could talk about it being A or S. But like
Yeah. It's just
it's
the
just
animation,
yeah,
they had the more materials. Because yeah, honestly, I mean, it was a necessary thing they needed for the story of Pixar, like their timeline. You know, it was A Bug's Life was a necessary thing they needed. It was a hit that they needed to not be like hey said a one shot wonder.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, you know, I think they learned kind of what they needed to work with. You know how they wanted to improve. I guess I don't know. I think it's like we said, perfect C.
Pixar really is just an unbelievable studio, and
Yeah, they
I
really
do hope they
kill it.
pick it up.
I think
They
they will.
yeah, I think Hoppers looks really interesting to me, honestly. And I think
Yeah.
Hoppers could be like really, really great. Um, I'm honestly like not sure if like part of me thinks that like the 96% rating could be a little political to try and drum up a little business. Kind of what I felt like what they just did with A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. But like at the same time, like I really liked the Night of Seven Kingdoms, and I think it kind of went hand in hand because IMDb rated that like the
They rated
episode
like
four.
9.8 or something, right?
Yeah, it was like the highest rated of all time. I don't think it's actually like better than the Battle of the Bastards, for example, but like that
Great.
got a lot of hype around it and that got a lot more involvement, and now it's obviously going to be greenlit for a second season. And I think we might see something similar with Hoppers where they might be pushing it a
Hoppers
little.
might be also a little maybe political, but it's also very environmentally based
Mm.
from
It's
what I've heard
also
about.
very like sounds like Avatar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
The
think
one
the
scene I've
best
seen from it, I liked. I thought was pretty good.
I think the best rater of all time is IMDb. Like I don't really
Agreed.
trust um Rotten Tomatoes
I don't trust
much.
Rotten
I
Tomatoes.
take Rotten Tomatoes with a grain of salt.
Yeah, but for perspective, IMDb rates Inside Out 8.1 and it has Hoppers at 7.7.
Wow.
So
Interesting.
I wonder what it puts Wally. Wally it has 8.4.
Wow.
So
I wonder what's the highest rated Pixar
I'm
movie?
looking that up right now actually.
My
IMDb.
guess is Coco, honestly.
It's Wally.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean that makes sense.
Coco
Wall,
is also okay, so it's Wall-E is 8.4, Coco is 8.4, Up is 8.3, Toy Story 1 is 8.3, Toy Story 3, 8.3, Finding Nemo, 8.2, Monsters Inc., 8.1, Ratatouille, 8.1, Inside Out, 8.1, Incredibles, 8.0, Soul, 8.0, Toy Story 2, 7.9, Toy Story 4, 7.6,
I'm
Inside Out
waiting on
2,
Cars.
7.5. So IMDb actually puts Toy Story 4 above Inside Out 2, which is a little
Toy Story
ridiculous.
4, I can't believe that they would have it
Yeah.
over. I just
Oof. Yeah, hey, that's a miss. Inside Out 2 is much better than that movie. Much better.
Incredibles 2, 7.5. Luca, 7.4. Onward,
really.
7.4. Cars, 7.3, Presley. It's the
That's
I'm a,
18th,
crazy.
I'm
That's
fuck.
18th ranked.
absurd.
I'm a fucking throw up.
That's
Monsters
absurd. That is
University,
crazy talk right there.
Monsters University 7.2, Bugs Life 7.2, Finding Dory 7.2, Brave 7.1, Turning Red 6.9, Elemental 7.0, Good Dinosaur 6.7, Cars 3 6.7, Cars 2 6.2, Lightyear 6.1. And
Good.
that is so we're not that different from IMDb.
No,
There are
there's a little hiccups in it for
few
us, but
key
like,
differences.
yeah.
But
But
they have Lightyear rated last,
That's
which
so do
good.
we.
So do we.
So do
yeah,
we.
Lightyear was just the worst part about Lightyear is the opener. It says in 1995, a boy named Andy got a Buzz Lightyear toy based off his favorite movie. This is that movie.
That was a
Uh,
shit movie.
that movie fucking sucked. So Andy has shitty taste, and we now know that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
Bro,
And
no, my Buzz Lightyear is Toy Story 2, Buzz versus Zurg. That is my Buzz Lightyear right there. That is my guy right there
that
yeah.
is the true story of
of
Zurg.
Buzz
They
Lightyear.
could have made it so cool, bro. They could have really just made him a space ranger. That's all we
That's
wanted.
what they should have done.
Made him a space
That's what
ranger
Andy's favorite movie was. It was about a space ranger
and
doing cool
maybe
shit in
put
space.
Zurg in the movie. Uh,
And also make him intimidating and don't make him be Buzz Lightyear himself. Make him be Buzz Lightyear's father if you're gonna be lore accurate to Toy Story 2.
Never take off his mask. Are you fucking crazy?
Yeah,
That
like, look, yeah. Look what happened with Kylo Ren, in The Force Awakens. Everyone hates him now, and he took off his mask.
the only
Yeah, don't take
acceptable
off the mask.
thing is literally uh Empire Strikes Back where you
You
only
said
see
Darth
like a
Vader.
second glimpse of the back of Darth Vader's head going on, or in Jedi, which is still
Eh,
when you see his whole face and you're like, "Oh, you're really ugly." Like this is who I
Put
was
put
scared
the
of.
put the
Well,
mask
also
back
like
on.
also the sixth
Yeah.
movie where they take off his full mask, that was like a big moment. Like that's important. He
Yeah,
died,
but
so like
well, I'm very happy with this
Me
list. It
too.
is 1 a.m. where I'm at, so I am gonna have
yeah,
to get going.
it's almost 12 here,
But
so
Oh, yeah.
great show, boys.
yeah. No, I enjoyed that too,
Yeah.
honestly.
Four
I
Pixar
will
fucking
movies are
be
hours,
great to
baby.
talk about.
I
I
will
might
be
watch
releasing this tomorrow night. It's gonna have to be in two parts just because I still don't have a PC and it's
also
too many
really long.
gigabytes.
And it's
But
also 4.5 hours long. Hey,
yeah,
are you gonna release
so
the Batman video?
no, because dude, it's like I have to release that in two parts too because of the
Oh,
gigabytes. I wanna I'm trying to get a PC. I don't have a debit card because I had to cancel my card and dude, it's been
Ah,
2 weeks.
they
Like
suck.
I've had to buy Zins with I've had to go in and buy them with quarters. It's really annoying. The poor Indian guy behind the desk is like rolls his eyes every time. Like I literally paid for it with like nickels and dimes one time. I was like, I'm sorry. But yeah, so my card should come Tuesday. That's what they say. So I'll
maybe
be able to get a
once you get a PC, maybe be able to release it like later, like if you need to get some content up or something.
Yeah, but I do want to release this one like as soon as possible, just because I know the next like 7, 10 days are going to be the most Pixar slash Hoppers traffic of
Hmm.
the until at least
Yeah.
Toy Story 5. So I'm thinking for next episode, Invincible for the same reason.
Oh,
Um,
I've been ready for this one.
let's just say right now, like, what are people's weeks looking like? Like, what is going on
I'll
with that?
I'll be
Alex,
in I'll be in Miami till Friday, and then I leave that next Wednesday for North Carolina.
Okay.
So like I'm pretty busy,
this is like the
but
in
I'm
but
free
in
like I'm free like on fucking Tuesday or whatever.
I'm like at the butt end of midterms, so like I
Yeah,
got a couple
same.
of midterms to do. I have one Tuesday, I think.
Okay.
I have to see what my day is because they like scheduled us for like it was weird. Um, Alex will also be here Monday through Thursday. He's visiting for his spring break.
Yeah.
But that's like I don't know. It's not going to cost much. I think we might try to go skiing Wednesday if I can. Um, but other than that, I'll probably just be hanging with him and like I don't know. That's not gonna be too much of a thing, but just let you know, like he will be here, so I will probably be out and about a lot with Alex.
Okay,
Um,
well, just take a look at your schedules.
I need to
Let me,
add. I'll add my schedule to the calendar too. I still need to do
yes.
that.
And just like, so I
Yeah.
know like when we're most free and stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll get that working. All right. See you,
All right.
boys.
See you
Yeah.
boys. Great meeting.
Stuff.
Hmm.